Hi, Alicia Eunice here, also known as the Candid Coach, here in my favorite part of the house. Yeah, the front yard. I come out here every morning when I can. It's not too cold and not too hot here in Vegas. The tranquility of my fountain is one of my best pieces in the house. I come out here and I find tranquility and peace, and trust me, most of my noted downloads are channeling, or my meditational moments is right here in this quiet, tranquil place. I want to talk about self-sabotaging. And I know that's a new type of word, and I don't know if it's even existing, but if it even exists, but I do know it exists in my life. I had to kind of brand or tailor a word to help me describe or what made sense to me on how it is that I am sabotaging some of my perfect intentions. Some of the things I really, really want to do, or things that I really, really desire. It seems like when it's time for me to make that decision or make that move to walk in that purpose or walk in that authority, something seems to block me. And I just want to read really quick what I wrote down here, my ideology of what that is. And I wrote here, the ego will self-sabotage its own person to keep in line with its own belief systems. And I want to talk about that. Belief systems are usually something that you have trained yourself to believe through experiences that you might have had relevant to upbringing or school, or maybe doctrine that come from a church organization. Your experiences will always tailor your thinking ability. Meaning that anytime you try to think of something new or do something new outside of the process that you've normally operated in, a lot of time the ego will flag you and say, wait a minute, that's not normal. That's not according to your regular programming. A lot of times what we have to do is pronounce a new affirmation to ourselves to reprogram that thinking. And I call that self-sabotage, because a lot of times we don't know it's happening. I'm going to give you 3 really good examples to know, or to kind of clue in on whether or not you may be self-sabotaging your future and your success. So here's number 1. Number 1 is when you are inspired with an ideal. You know that it's just your gut feeling that you're supposed to be doing something. You're supposed to be headed somewhere. And every now and then you get a creative concept or a creative ideal. And you begin to move in it. You begin to look at classes. You begin to take courses to stir up or agitate that thing you want to do. Well, here's self-sabotaging. All of a sudden, you get an opportunity to do it. You draw a relationship that may bring you into that door of opportunity. And for some reason, you don't walk in it. You feel like that person might be up to something. You begin to pessimistically tell yourself, she seems a little shady. That's getting yourself to the door but not walking in it. Number 2, another good way to know that you could be self-sabotaging yourself is that you have a conflict of interest between your dreams and your reality. A lot of times when you're self-sabotaging, you'll realize that, hey, where I see myself and where I am, I'm not there. And a lot of times little steps in place lets you know, okay, why am I not there? Why I'm not getting there? And be careful of excuses that blame others. Because narcissistically as humans, when we're ego-driven or subconsciously driven, we seem to blame outer sources to kind of, make us feel a little better or give us anesthesia of why we're not where we need to be in life. Last but not least, actually it should have been first, but I didn't flow that way. Nevertheless, let's get to that one. Relationships that you have with yourself is indicative to the relationships you have with others. It's one of the most, the consequences I've learned from this particular one is just astronomical. I tell you, I've learned that the relationship that I have with me is indicative to the relationship I have with people, places, things, money. Self-sabotaging in this area, the ID factor. How do I know when I'm How do I know when I am self-sabotaging in this area? Number 1, you will never ever keep steady relationships with people. You will always find something about that person that is ideally like you that you don't like. When you do see those features, instead of deleting them in yourself, what we normally do narcissistically is we delete them in other people. I don't like this about you. I don't like this about you. If you think that doesn't carry into money, have you ever found yourself saying, I don't have enough money? I'm always running out of money. Do you see friends or lack thereof in your life that only spend seasons in your life? Your aura, your vortex, whatever you want to call your energy field, your spirit, whatever sits comfortable with you, it will begin to draw those things that are attracted to the vibration that you're sending out. So yes, relationships are very, very important, but the first one is with you. Self-sabotaging means you can't hold on to healthy relationships. You find yourself somehow destroying that relationship so that it could be factual to your belief system, what you projected in that person. Well, I knew she was like that. Oh yeah, she's like that. You'll also be really comfortable with gossip that helps your belief system. You'll be attuned to it because you need something to confirm or validate your pessimistic views about you that you have portrayed to someone else. I don't want to hold you long. I'm so excited about our new ebook that's coming out, Renovate Your Life in 3 Easy Steps. I go over a lot of these little small ideals or these concepts so that you can find a way to better and be the new you today. Thank you for watching again. I'm Alicia Eunice, the Candid Coach. Tune in for my next video.